Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. But tonight, we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle and complete to Addison. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guys' pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
180! What's up?
From the gun, Mayfield. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Then he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And we're going to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down.
180!
Now Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they hate to settle for 3, but they created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
180! Done!
And again, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Play fake. Shuck. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Working out of the gun here, Shuck. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Christian Wilkins. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And this one is right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. Looking for a seam, but finding none. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Open man down the field, it's Bowers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Yeah, on the 31-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31.
Here we go. Let go.
Here's a toss to Jeanty, headed right. And he's got it down to the 28. The Raiders at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Pass right side, caught by Thornton. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jack Bish, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blow. It's the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas.
yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Mayfield down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, Mayfield.
Open man, that's Jaden Higgins.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there, you don't have time to dwell on things, and look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, if you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target. And that's how he'll shred the defense. Now, that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
19 target.
On 1st down, it's Genty. Shreds the tackle. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Viking 18.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Genty. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty, an 18-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss. Gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
Into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming down and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Mayfield to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and 3.
In motion goes the tight end.
Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Collins. He's got it.
A gain of 6. First down. 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
Mayfield going to switch things up here. Second and 6. Right side to Williams.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Mayfield. That is caught. And he is going to have the Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
An 8-yard pickup. First down.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
2nd and 12. At the 28-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He gets it to Addison. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And the Texans.
3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Leads to second
and he's got it.
At the 3-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go, here we go. Trap throw 80.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man, it's Norton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Cougar 19. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
19 Lions. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10.
Ready?
A run straight ahead with Genti. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
It's a big place in the passing game on this drive. First one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Ready, ready.
Right it back to Genty on first down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Out of the gun, again to Spiller.
Down right around the 25. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
19 Tigers. Go.
Back to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Raiders first down.
Come on.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Dante Thornton
From 8 yards out.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you to bigger errors.
First down, Texans.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got it to Williams. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mayfield down.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
180.
Mayfield with it once more.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
180. Watch out.
To throw, Mayfield.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
At the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
They'll complete this one to Collins.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. And he'll go down. Brought down to the 20-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Kenneth Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Kick this one away, and off it goes.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Ready.
Up the middle, it's Genty.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 34-yard line.
He's taken
34 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a hand off to Genty.
And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready.
They'll go again with Genty.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard after the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Come on.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th-quarter lead. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A give for Walker running right. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. To throw is Shuck. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good 1st down call. It's a screen play, gets him 9.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Houston.
Alert! Alert! Panther 60! Panther 60! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Go!
Here's Walker. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.